When did Lego Dimensions come out?
About last year, I think.
I don't remember it. I don't remember it being released. I really don't.
Yeah,
But
well,
I know it was big. It was a really big deal. It was like it's Skylanders, but with Lego toys you can actually fucking play with.
yeah,
And the idea is like it's Back to the Future, Doctor Who. For some reason, the Wizard of Oz. But
yeah. Well, funny enough, I remember. I'll link this in later on, but I remember talking to someone about who's somewhat involved with Lego, and they particularly did say, "Oh, yeah, we're not interested in doing that anytime soon." So, liar, liar.
you never
Although
know.
secretly, that's always the case of we're never going to do it. It's code for we are, but we're keeping it a secret.
But I'm not sure it's a rumor, but Sonic the Hedgehog could be coming to Lego Dimensions, and that'll be interesting since Traveler's Tales hasn't touched the Sonic game since Sonic R.
I was going to say this is technically be the third time Traveler's Tales have done.
The third time.
Yeah,
The first being Sonic 3D, which I will say is an underrated game. It's not that bad.
whatever. But again, outside of that, really the whole point of if they're doing this, more importantly, that's basically saying that we are going to do Sonic the Hedgehog as a Lego brand toy. Because let's be fair, what isn't branded by Lego at this point?
Doctor Who, I think.
Well, even that's going to get set now.
That's getting a set. Ghostbusters hasn't got a set.
Ghostbusters, yeah, all this stuff. And actually, it's worth mentioning because the other day I was at
Men in Black.
probably soon.
I'm just naming off every
Well,
single
Angry
fucking
Birds,
franchise.
but I know. All right, I'll tell you my thing. The other weekend, I was at the Lego. I was at a thing called the Yorkshire Brick Show, which is a showcase of Lego stuff. So these are people who've built various items and objects in Lego form, of course. And while I was there, particularly one thing I remember seeing was a standee for a magazine thing called Bricks, and in
Ah,
it had all these like sets for stuff coming out. And particularly one of them was the Angry Birds set, based, of course, on the upcoming movie. And
why?
well, like I said, because the movie's coming out.
Yeah, but
Uh,
why Lego?
because it's Lego. I mean, let's be fair, they've done Lego Minecraft. I mean, how much of a weird thing is that?
Well, that kind of makes sense as it's both blocks, but then again, I don't want the micro build toys that are really like microscopic pieces of plastic. Like, why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah, I mean, this is the weird thing, really, with Sonic in Lego form, because the nearest we ever got to it were those pixel type brick things. In fact, I've actually got one of the toys.
That's it, pixel bricks.
Yeah, those type of things. Which, again, that was the nearest you were probably going to get to it, and it is all right for the most part. It is pretty much like Lego, except minus, there's a few bits changed and stuff, and the bricks are tiny, like proper, like you could lose them if you're doing it in front of a desk, you could easily lose them on the floor or something.
Just don't
But
cough. Just don't cough.
exactly, just don't take your eyes off it, basically. Um, but yeah, when I was at the Yorkshire Brick Show, there were all these amazing stuff, and it just shows how versatile Lego has been. In fact, here's the story with the Lego Ghostbusters thing, because originally that was just done by a fan. That was actually just somebody doing this for fun, and then submitting it to Lego and saying, "Hey, I built this. You interested?" And then they went like, "Actually, yeah, that's kind of a cool idea." And then that's how the whole cycle of that started. So I wouldn't be surprised if there is going to be a Sonic's going to be part of Dimensions, if the upcoming set. I wouldn't be surprised if this has been in the talks for a good few years now.
Well, knowing Sega, any license to promote it would be good, considering the past 6 months alone have been well and truly interesting in far as licensing goes.
Yeah,
The
and
thing
like I
is,
said,
though, classic or modern.
well, that's the thing because I was thinking to myself, if they're doing this as a full Lego set, I would do three. I would do classic, modern, and boom.
I'm just wondering what it'll look like. The only thing I can get into my head is either the Minecraft skin or the Sonic Android thing.
Well, like I said, I mean, I'm not sure how they'll do the Sonic as a minifig, but part my mind, I was already thinking about this for most of the week, thinking to myself, what type of sets do they do? I mean, first of all, they're going to do a Green Hill Zones play set. They're going to do
Yeah,
that.
they're gonna do the loop the loop.
They're gonna do that. They're gonna do like a casino one or a scrap brain one, and then, like I said, they could do classic and modern. They have the classic era and then have the modern era. So there's a lot they can do. In fact, just even being part of just the
Yeah,
actual,
but I'm pretty sure the difference between Green Hill and Planet Wisp would be the color.
yeah. But like I said, the idea of Sonic as a part of the Lego brand is like there's a lot of possibilities you can do with it.
Yeah, I just think to myself is that Mario is more likely to get a Lego inspired tie-in than Sonic.
Yeah, but so far we haven't heard a thing about that at all.
No, Nintendo's a bit of a prick that way.
Oh, well, I don't know if there's been a prick. I think they're more wary about what they do with him. But yeah, again, it's just weird. And even that, I'm trying to figure out how would Sonic work in Dimensions. I mean, I was trying to think how would he play. The only character I can imagine him being similar to is the Flash in like the Lego Batman game. So who will be probably in a similar state as that.
Thing is, would it be the same? Because if it's going to be more in tune with the actual gameplay, it would be more like, I guess, Sonic Boom. Really, you're
Hmm.
going to incorporate with that.
Yeah, I mean, the
But
Lego games are.
or you can actually just redesign the gameplay structure so it feels like a classic Sonic game, make it 2D,
Hmm.
but you still have a bit of combat.
Yeah, I mean, the Lego games essentially are, when you think about them, I might have said this before, but essentially they are kind of similar to like, it's kind of sort of similar to Streets of Rage, is in what you have is a kind of an area where you can move around, break objects, hit enemies, and pick up
I'll
items.
say it's more akin to a simple dungeon crawler,
True,
where you
true
go
that.
from room to room and you just beat up any enemies in the way and pick up items.
You collect studs, you
When it
break
comes
things.
when it breaks down the simple functions, it's a dungeon crawler. Like Marvel Ultimate Alliance is exactly the same thing,
Hmm.
which was kind of a spin off from X-Men Legends. Thank you, completionist. That was actually a pretty good episode.
We like plugging on this show.
Oh, I can plug up 100 different people I'm subscribed to.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
Yeah, but like I said, it's like I said, if it's starting off with just as Sonic's going to be part of Dimensions, this is clearly just the opening the floodgates to being a whole playset of Sonic coming out on Lego form. So
which we would obviously buy.
yeah, exactly. I mean, again, it's just there's no reason why. I mean, put it this
Well,
way.
you would buy. I'm not exactly known for collecting all Sonic merch.
Yeah, well, I only collect ones that I find interesting in. But put it this way, in a weird way, you compare it to say something like I was telling actually somebody this the other day actually, because when you compare licensing stuff, particularly with Mario, Mario of course has been licensed before. I think Meccano's done a few ones as well as Sonic, and yet something like Halo and Call of Duty have been licensed by Mega Bloks, which, as far as I'm concerned, that's the last type of branding I would use for those type of series, especially geared to kids.
Well, Halo makes sense.
Yeah, but Gears
Co-
of War, no, not Gears of
Gears
War.
of War in Call of Duty. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was just surreal. It's like these are something that only, truly, people of older age should get into. But again, like I said, it's weird how certain toy brands get associated with certain things. So, like I said, the idea of Sonic being part of Lego isn't too ridiculous. And let's be fair, if it's going to be part of anybody, it might as well be Lego because who doesn't love Lego?
Parents.
They're only saying that because they've never finished a set.
No, I'm saying that because a kid always leaves it on the floor and they step on a 2x4.
That is true. Yes.